How's it going, everybody? Rybrad here today, and we are back with our Montreal Canadiens franchise mode. And before we begin, I want to say I'm sorry for taking so long to get another video up, but I've just not been feeling good lately. I just got a cold. Don't worry, just a cold. Don't worry. But also last week we did a full week of streams, which was a ton of fun. And thank you to everybody who was there all week for almost a daily stream. It was great. It was fantastic. If you guys don't already follow me on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/Rybrad3097. Link is in the description. Or hit that big old subscribe button beneath the video. Big red one. It should not be red. If you're here, it should not be red because you should be subscribed. But I am feeling at least a little bit better than I have been, so apologies for my voice if it doesn't sound great right now. But in the last one, we went ahead and lost to the Toronto Maple Leafs in 6 games. So now we're going to be doing the offseason and getting ourselves prepared for next season, hopefully making a better run at it here. One thing I do want to do before the season is technically over, I want to edit my lines and check out what kind of chemistry we can get. I'm starting to discover how big of a deal chemistry is on our lines, so... we did gear up with Ovi, and yeah, he was fine, but he wasn't great. Cole Caulfield on the second line seems to be great. Ryan Paling's a great third liner. Domi's a good first liner. Gallagher's a good third liner. So there we go. That actually works. What's Foligno? Foligno doesn't fit too much. Teasdale fits. Lowry fits, and then Frolik is a huge boost to that line. I don't know. I think it's player type. It's because these are both right wingers. That's why. We got two-way, yeah. So the first line is something we need to figure out. We need some players that fit the scheme, or at least a coach that fits our player scheme. So defensively, what do we need? We need Klingberg's worked very, very well. Muzzin works really well on that first pairing there as well. Klingberg, yeah. Risto does not really fit the scheme. Victor Mete's pretty good. Newelson, okay. So Risto's not really a great scheme fit at all. Maybe we want to get rid of Risto, but he's played well just regardless of scheme fit. So maybe he's somebody we can keep on that second pairing. I mean, look at that. 26 points, plus 37. Absolutely fantastic season for him. So right now it doesn't seem like we have too many players that fit our coaching scheme. And I want to know what kind of coaches are out there, perhaps. This guy's an A- and works with forwards. He fits 72% of our team. He fits Klingberg really, really well. What head coaches are out there? We got Messier here. I believe we had Messier at one point. Neither of these guys fit as well. This guy fits pretty good. Simone Beaulieu does not fit at all. Well, we're not a physical team, but anyway, Shannon Messier, I believe, was our coach at one point, right? I think I fired him. Yeah, I fired him after 2 seasons, and maybe I should have stuck with him. But anyway, that doesn't matter. We're going to stick with our guy we got right now, Ned Gleason. Yep, Ned Gleason is his name. We're going to go ahead and get to the draft here. I don't believe we have any special picks, anything that we should be hoping for in the draft lottery. Projected picks, yeah, it's just ours there. It's going to be in the low 20s. 1, 2, we got 2 3s, no 4th, but a 5, 6, 7. So your standard draft, pretty much. An extra third, I will take it. But we'll go ahead and sim to the draft, see what happens. Because I don't know if there's going to be anybody worth moving up for. I definitely want to find guys that fit the scheme as best as possible. Boston Bruins have fired their head coach. Interesting. And the Philadelphia Flyers, wow, because Philly won, they fired their head coach. Interesting. So, how good is that guy? Would he fit our team any better than our current guy? Sofilas, there he is. He would be a 65% scheme fit, would fit Muzzin very well, would not fit Hall very well. I don't know. I think we're going to leave it as is. Ned Gleason seems to be pretty good. He's pretty happy with how everything is. How easy is this to match? That's the problem, though. He doesn't have a lot of balanced. If he had a lot more balanced, like defensive pairs or forward lines, carry cycled balanced don't block for the first line, we'll see, but I'll just have to pay more attention to that. If you guys were on the stream, you'll know that I spent quite a bit of time trying to figure out our chemistry. And, well, if any of you have, wow, Detroit jumps from 15 to 3 with Florida's pick. Oh, Florida's got to be so angry right now. I'd be so angry if I was Florida. But from 15 to 3, 6 to 2 in Detroit. Detroit has first and third. Look at Detroit and 6th. Wow! Detroit is stockpiling those draft picks. They should be pretty good for the future now, too. They're going to get Tommy Dunham and probably a couple defensemen, maybe. It's not a terribly deep crack. Kim Alfredson. I'd say like he's something guaranteed. But then we've got Serge Theriault. These guys, Marcos Hackett, Chuck Klimchuk, 3 years, 3 years, 3 years. You guys know I like to use the NHL ETA as a little guide to see who might be some sleepers. This guy's already NHL ready. Interesting. So this 11th pick is NHL ready. I wonder if he's medium top 4 and just has a really good overall. If we look behind us, or players that are projected to go after we pick, are supposed to be all 3 years away. So nobody really stands out. Are there any gems is the question. And there are 2 gems, and one of them is projected to be picked by us. Lawrence Mouy is... Marcel Brassard here at pick 43 is 3-bar medium top 6 and only 2 years away from the NHL. Very good shot. They have him listed as a 2-way forward, but if he's got a very good shot, maybe I'll move up a couple picks up to 43, or even trade down a couple picks for Brassard at 43. And then after that, there's really nobody guaranteed to be good. Some medium elites here that we could take a shot on Murray Lopez. We're going to be picking in the low 20s, so like 21, 22, 20, somewhere in that range. So at pick 25, he's a maybe medium elite power forward. They want us to take Chuck Klimchuk, but why not take the chance on a guy like Lopez if he's still there? So let's go ahead and get to the draft. We'll see who retired. I don't believe anybody from our team would have retired. Maybe Ovechkin. He is not, but I don't think he's going to come back because I don't really want him back. I don't know how long today's video is going to be, and you guys probably already know, but Pekka Rinne, Miller, Anderson, and Corey Crawford. Halak, wow, a lot of goalies retired. I don't know how long today's video is going to be, simply because I don't know if my voice can handle it yet. Mark Giordano and Ryan Getzlaf of the Penguins. Nobody there from us. I think we're good. I don't exactly remember. We're just going to go to view the continue simming, and we're going to get into the draft here. We'll at least get the draft and probably free agency. We'll at least get the draft taken care of in free agency. Sorry, guys. I'm going to repeat myself a bunch, but... And that is the moment my voice gave out. I could no longer do it with my cold. Just couldn't do it anymore. So I am now in post-com. Let me know if you guys want to see more of these post-com for the draft at least, maybe even free agency. But I kind of like to talk through free agency. You guys know what I'm doing. I'm not just signing players and you have no clue what my thought process was. So as you can see here, I saw a 2-bar medium elite, 3-bar medium elite, and figured why not take the shot on him? Worst comes to worst, he's what, medium top 6? So I do. Spoiler alert, he's not medium elite. Would have been a lot more hype if he was, but he's not. But then there were some guys in the early second, that I was targeting. There was a gem, Brassard, and I wanted to go get him. So as you can see here, here's Murray's power forward. But then Brassard, he was a gem. We targeted him before the draft. I needed to make a trade, right? And he was going to go in the mid-40s, early 40s, I think was his scout ranking. As you can see, we didn't miss out on anybody as I'm checking now. But here's the trade. I go ahead and make it for the Ducks. We're going to give up Hutchinson, a third, and Nick Cousins. I looked at Cousins because I'm like, maybe he's a decent bottom whatever guy, bottom 6, 4th liner, who knows. But I deemed that he really wasn't necessary and that the chance of getting a gem in Brassard was worth it. Gave those guys up. The medium starter goalie was never going to be anything, and we all know this. Goalies don't develop in this game unless they're already sick. So we're going to go ahead and jump to our next pick here and take Brassard. Del Zotto's up there too, but I didn't really like the looks of him. Marcel Brassard with the gem. I figured, he's only 2 years away from the NHL. I can't really pass up on 2 years away from the NHL. From the Victoriaville Tigers, we end up taking him. He is just a medium top 6. 66 overall, though. As an early second-round pick, I'll take a 66 medium top 6 at 18. Heck yeah, I'll take that. Any day of the week. Not the greatest skater, but... Then moving on. Still, our draft is going along. Not great, nothing too fancy, nothing too special. Maybe wanted to take Owens there. He's but 2-bar low elite. Not really going to take the chance. Jelena, medium top 6 defender. Not worth it. And again, it just didn't look like we knew a lot about anybody, and nobody really jumped out to me as somebody that we needed to take. So we're going to just take the top guy on the board, the Swede, Mattias Olausson. Olausson. I don't know how to say his name. Anyway, I'm not going to have to say his name ever because he's just medium top 960 overall, and he's not going to be much. Now, first thing that catches my eye is Marcus Petrie here with the 2-bar medium elite, and he's a goalie. I have to take him. And lo and behold, he is a sick medium elite goalie, and maybe he could grow. Like I said, goalies don't grow, but maybe he could. He's 62 already at 18. Maybe he'll grow. Maybe we'll see him play for us. He's medium elite. 3rd round pick, end of the 3rd round. Can't ask for much better than a medium elite goaltender. Well, as I'm scrolling through here, Hirima comes up low top 6 forward. And then, what catches my eye? But Martin Parra, 2-bar medium elite goalie. Couldn't happen twice, could it? Well, yes, it can. That was the last good thing that happened to us in this draft. So I'm going to go ahead and cut out those last couple picks. I figured I should show you guys up to this point, and now I'm going to pass it back over to my past self, live comming. Thank you, future Ryan, for that introduction. Yes, so I had to stop recording because my voice just could not handle it a few days ago. I took another day off in between, and we're going to be good for the rest of this video. I'm almost 100% ready to go. We are now at the re-sign phase, which should be interesting. I don't know who we have to re-sign. I haven't really looked at it. I don't think we have too many people to re-sign. Yolanen, but we're just going to keep in mind, like I've made a point of this whole video, to keep in mind who fits on our team. Ovechkin wants a new contract, but he's an 85. He's already dropping off. He's listed as a second-line forward. I think he does fit really well on the second line. I'm sorry. I can't give Ovi that kind of contract. I'm just going to have to release him. I'm not going to bother with trying to give Ovi that kind of contract. Nick Foligno's listed as a top 9 forward, and he's a 3rd-line checker with 83 points. I don't know if he fits the team well or not. I've forgotten. I think it's officially time to say goodbye to Jeff Petrie. He's been great for us, but he's now down to an 81. Although, is that regression or is that statistical growth? Let's just see who's expiring. We got Foligno, Juleson, Mete. Okay, so Juleson and Mete will both be back. They're both going to be solid bottom guys. We'll qualify them both just so we don't, forget to do anything with them. For a leak, Lawrence Pilot, maybe not, but that's not too important. But really seems the only guys we want to have to bring back are those guys. On the main roster, we still have Holtby killing it as our starter. Nedeljkovic had a good season. I would consider that a good season for backups in this game. Actually, he had a horrible season after we went out and acquired him. 888 and a 374. I'm sorry. I cannot have that on my team. So, peace out, Nedeljkovic. You're gone. And Ingram and Lindgren, and then Markkanen here, low fringe starter. We're going to release him. But yes, you guys, in my post-com, we went ahead and got so many sick goalies. We got Petrie and Parra, and now we have Brodin and Giftopoulos, and wow, we have a lot of medium elite goalies. The one I am hopeful for is Marcus Petrie here, who is a 62 overall. I may look to, move some of these elite goaltenders on the back end, see if we can get something nice for them. Maybe a guy like Parra and Brodin, move them to, or move Giftopoulos, and Brodin, just some combination, see if we can go get something, probably we don't really need defensemen, because we got the top 2 of Klingberg and Risto, even though Risto doesn't exactly fit the scheme. Muzzin was a good pickup. He fits the scheme mostly. He's pinched, balanced, and coach likes pinched cycle, so it is what it is. Juleson and Mete, Petrie, maybe he's not dropping off. I don't know exactly if he's dropping off or not, but I think we can still find somebody else who maybe is a perfect fit for that first pairing and is in that 82, 83 range. So we could get him and Klingberg maxed out. Klingberg is making a ton of money, but we only have 17 million. I don't think we can do a ton in free agency forward wise. We still have got Kotkaniemi, Hall, and Caulfield, Domi, Paling, Gallagher, Suzuki, Lowry, Yolanen. Yolanen's probably going to be back. I liked the way Yolanen plays. And then Teasdale, McCarron, Fonstad, maybe? All right, so we're going to have to bring somebody back. I think, what kind of contract does Foligno want? Can I get you at 1 year at 2.5? I would definitely love to bring back Nick Foligno at 1 year at $2.5 million. Again, just another one-year deal. He's not really dropped off too much. 83. He's going to play on the third line anyway. I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to see if we can bring him back for $2.5 million. Yolinen, we're going to see if we can bring back for a reasonable deal. I would do 2 years at $1 million for him. He's still an RFA. He's on the bottom there. We just stop kicking the can down the road. Did Frolik fit the system? I forget. Shoot, what kind of contract does he want anyway? Not a big one. But I think I'm going to save some forward depth space. In the system, we don't necessarily have anybody coming up. Koskinen doesn't look like he's going to do anything for us. Juha Koskinen, we had some hope for him. We did draft him a few years ago with our first round pick. He's not going to be anything. We drafted him at 15. He was a sniper. And then Olofsson here at 74 at 23. Jacob Olofsson, we'll probably bring him back. He probably won't want a ton of money. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be fine. But as far as expiring skaters, nobody really crazy here. We'll see what Juleson and Mete want as far as contracts. Offer him a contract. Let's give him one more year at 2.75 for Juleson. And then Mete, what does Victor Mete want? Wow, he wants a lot. Can I get you at 3 years at 3.5? Or how about 3 years at 3.25? We'll see if we can undercut him just enough. There we go. We'll advance the day. Because we still need to sign a backup goaltender. Foligno wants more money. Mete wants more money. Juleson extended his contract, though, which is nice. Juha Koskinen. Yeah, okay, and Olofsson. And Yolinen re-signed. Okay, cool. So that we still have $15 million, and we want both Foligno and Mete back. So Foligno, I didn't want to come back at 1 year at 2.5. Let's save all the money we can and go with 2.6 for him. Mete here, offer him a contract of 2 years at, let's go 3.5. See if we can undercut him just a bit. I say undercut, but, you know, just kind of negotiate here. Negotiate with him. I love how they don't, like, change their offer at all. They're just like, this is what I want, and you got to get as close to as you can. And I'm like, oh, whatever. Petrie, we are going to let him go. We're going to release him. People aren't going to be happy about that. Ooh, actually, nobody cares. Frolik, going to go. What does Lawrence Pilot want? Does he want to play? He does want to play in the AHL. Beautiful. So we will keep Lawrence Pilot forever as an AHLer. Offer some contracts here, some two-way contracts. I'll take all of these two-way contracts just to fill out the AHL with good talent. Maybe somebody has a sick year and they can come back and grow and come up into the NHL. So we got Wheel here as well. Yeah, no, you know, let me just take care of all of this. There's so much down here that I gotta take care of. Actually, these guys down here, goodbye, I think. Yeah, goodbye. These are all guys we drafted in our first year as GM that just, you know, aren't panning out. Pasquale, Perry, and Habibulin. We drafted him, right, in 2021? Actually, wow, that was not that long ago. But he's going to go, and we're just going to sign this guy for... we'll give him the 1 year deal. Give him the Rocky contract. In goal, we got nobody really to worry about. Yeah, we just need to sign a backup. So we'll go all expiring. We'll just release this fringe starter. Sorry, bud. But let's see here. All skaters advance the day. We should have some news. Lawrence Pilot's back. Foligno is back. That's good news. Colby gave. Wow, okay. Wants more money? Okay. Mete resigned. I skipped over that one pretty quickly. Everyone came back, but Cave here. We'll give Cave a contract. I don't know. What do you want? A two-way deal? How's 900,000? Float your boat? Yep. Okay, cool. So Colby Cave is back, and we have 11 million in cap space. So what we will do is go to free agency and see who is out there. Who's a potential free agent still? Pending free agents. Because we are going to try and make a trade. They got Dylan Larkin as a UFA. That would be sick. So would Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane fits on our first line and all of our power play lines. That's a big thing. Kyle Connor is a UFA, looking to be a UFA. He fits on line 3. Taze fits on line 4. Don't know if I want to do that. Claude Giroux, maybe. All right, you know what? We should probably not get too hype here. Richard Panik is an 86. Interesting. Alexander Kerfoot is a top 6. Ooh, he could be a good second line player. Robbie Fabry fits on the forward line 1. It looks like LeBanc. Third line skater would fit on our third line. Who's a backup? Who's a goaltender maybe that's going to be available? Okay, so we got some potential backups here. DeSmith. A lot, actually. We got a lot of backups. So, we could look to make a trade here. If I would say the one thing that we would need, we're probably going to need a defenseman. That's, like, not luxury, but, like, what do we need is a defenseman. Because we got Klingberg and Risto, Muzzin, and we need somebody to pair with Muzzin. Or Risto and Muzzin, and then somebody to pair with Klingberg, and then have Juleson and Mete. So Juleson and Mete, I think they're still going to be those top 4 defenders. Mete's still going to be in the middle pairing, maybe with Muzzin, maybe with Risto. And then it'll be, like, Muzzin and Juleson. And then maybe we can get somebody who fits our first pairing defensively really well. Is there any free agent? I didn't notice any free agent defenders. Does not look like a good year for potential free agent defensemen. Not at all. He would fit all of our defensive pairings. That is what you want to see. All defensive pairings is great. Top 4 for Chris Letang. Letang would be a legit guy to be on the top pairing there. Dmitry Orlov most likely fits on all. Same thing with Nurse. So these are all guys that seem to be pretty good for chemistry. We'll see what we could get for those, like, let's say 3 goalies. I don't think anybody's going to want 3 goalies. Maybe we'll do 2 goalies. 2 goalie prospects, but we'll send them to free agency, see who actually makes it, because they still have a couple days there. Who actually made it to free agency? Let's go ahead and find out here. And it looks like Dylan Larkin did officially make it to free agency. So did Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane is 34. He wants a 1-year deal at what? 8.75? I could give him 1 year at $9 million. But that's not what we're looking for right now. I know he fits the first forward line pretty well, but that's not the kind of signing we're going for right now. Chris Letang is up there, wants $7.5 million. That's way too much for him. Some of these guys like Ovechkin wants 5.8. He's now back up to an 85 overall. Still think he's going to drop off quite a bit, quite heavily. Wenberg here, Alexander Wenberg. We don't know anything about him. David Perron does not fit our scheme. But Nick Paton is the kind of guy I would sign, but not right now. Oli Uolevi is a restricted free agent, so that kind of sucks. Dmitry Orlov would fit most likely all defensive pairings. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick check and do a find trade, see if anybody would give us anything for those medium elite goaltenders that we have in the system. I'm not going to give up the best guy here, Petrie, who's at 18 at 62, but maybe Brodin and Para. We just drafted Para, I think. So maybe Giftopoulos and Brodin, right? Because Giftopoulos is 19, 19, 19. Okay, so they're all 19. We did just draft Para, because we drafted Giftopoulos in 2022. We drafted him in 2023. Okay, so no trades were found. Okay, how about 3 medium elite? Wow, okay. Nobody wants either of these guys? Find a trade? Yeah, no, okay, wow. So nobody wants either of those guys there, but I'm sure we could go find player search a defenseman who's like 83 rated at worst. I wish you could find players that fit my scheme. Like, find me a defenseman that fits my scheme, please? No? Is that not a... Yeah, of course that's not a thing. Player role, top 4 defensemen, I think. And... yeah, we'll just search for all top 4 defensemen. I'll give it a look-see here. Oh my god, yeah. No, I don't think we're going to get any of those guys. But we want some of these, like... wow, Brendan Gooley's a top 4 defenseman. He's making so much money, he just would not fit our team. Oh, wow, it shows you free agents, too. That's kind of nice that it shows you free agents in the player search as well. But I'm looking for, like, a minimum of 83. Let me go put that in there, because that'll severely cut down on our... oh, what kind of handedness defenseman do we need? Left or right? Because I think we have a overload of right shot defensemen. If we go to our, nope, if we just go to our roster and go to our defensemen, Klingberg is a righty, Risto's a righty, Muzzin is a righty. Oh, Muzzin's a lefty, excuse me. Righty and lefty. Okay, so we do need a lefty, it seems. Pilot's a 79, where would he fit? It doesn't say he would fit, but that's, it's whatever. I don't think I want him on the roster either. So we know Risto Muzzin could be a good middle pairing, and then Juleson Mete, or Risto Mete, because Mete's a lefty, and then we kind of need a left shot defenseman that would fit 83 overall left shot defenseman that fits our scheme. Let me go find one of those, and I'll come back with you guys if I got something. Guys, I think I've found a good defenseman for us to go target. Jake Bean from the Carolina Hurricanes. He's an offensive defenseman. He's got really good defensive stats, though, which is why I kind of like him. He's a left shot, 25 years old. He signed to 2 years at a really nice deal, and I think putting him next to either Risto or Klingberg would be really nice, and it says he fits all defensive pairings, and those are the kind of guys I want to have on my team. He's been playing second-line minutes with Carolina. I think that would get bumped up to first-line minutes with us. Like I said, I think he's the kind of guy that we would want to go after here. Offensive defenseman, so I'm pretty sure he'll fit the first pairing. I mean, it says he fits all pairings. I just wish I knew if he was pinch cycle, I think, or no, it's like it's pinch cycle, right? Are the two that our coach likes. So he fits all, so maybe he's balanced or balanced something. But he would fit all of ours, and we know that for certain. So we're going to go ahead and try and acquire him for a goalie, maybe two of those medium elite rookie goalies back here. Good news is, boys, they want Giftopoulos, and that's pretty darn close. I don't know if I should add on a pick and just so I don't, quote-unquote get fleeced, as some might call it. So let's throw in a fifth and see if Jake Bean in a fifth for Giftopoulos. Beautiful, and it looks like it was pretty fair value, too. And we've acquired Jake Bean, who we can now figure out, does he fit our scheme or not? That's great news. I actually think that's a great trade. We weren't going to use Giftopoulos anyway. And now we can view Jake Bean as a member. Jake motherfucking Bean, baby. Let's go. The memes are alive. I love it. Jake Bean. Where does he fit? Does he tell me, does not tell me he fits anywhere. Okay, yeah, no. He loves management, though. You're welcome, bud. Thank you for coming in. And I think that's a good trade. I think that's really solid for us. 2 years at $4.6 million. That's a really solid deal for a 25-year-old, 84 overall. I mean, look, our defensive pairings are set even if it is Klingberg, Risto, Muzzin, Bean, Mete, Juleson. And we have lefty-righty, lefty-righty, lefty-righty. Because Risto is probably going to play second pairing minutes, and we'll probably bump Jake Bean up to that first line. I think he'll do really well with us because he will be a scheme fit. He fits all of our defensive pairings, so he at least won't be a hindrance, and hopefully him and Klingberg can get like a +3 at least. I've only seen +1, +3, +5. I don't think they do even numbers. So with that said, we do still have $7.4 million of cap space available. We need to go ahead and acquire ourselves a backup goaltender, and I think we'll do that in free agency. I don't think we should have to worry too much about who we're signing in free agency. If we sort by potential, did anybody slip through the cracks here? Bjork here is an 81. Third line checking forward. He would fit our third line. He only wants 1.7. He's medium top 6. He's not going to grow most likely. Julien Gauthier here, would he fit? He would fit on forward line 3. I think I would have to give up a pick. I don't have the compensation. Okay. So, yeah, I would probably have to go, 1.5, and he was not going to accept that either. But Bjork here could be a third line guy. Let's go ahead and double check our forward lines for now. Because I think we can make a few more moves here in the offseason. It won't be a very busy offseason, but we'll at least have moves that we can make. So Kotkaniemi, Hall, Caulfield, which is good. Kotkaniemi up to a 92. That is sick. There we go. So it tells me where they fit. Cole Caulfield's a second line right winger, it seems. So maybe, just maybe, wow, he's an 88. Maybe, just maybe, we go ahead and sign Patrick Kane, who would be a perfect fit for that first line. Ryan Poehling is a third-line stud. Maybe Max Domi? Get rid of Max Domi, go for somebody who also fits the scheme. Brendan Gallagher fits the third line. Oh, wow. Nick Suzuki is a perfect first-line fit. So maybe I would want to throw Nick Suzuki up there with Kotkaniemi and Hall. I think that could be a move. Kotkaniemi, and yeah, okay, so they kind of fit. They don't exactly fit. What is Suzuki? What is his, okay, so he is a carry cycle balanced don't block, and he's a perfect fit for that first line. Nick Foligno doesn't tell me because we just signed him. Adam Lowry's a third liner. Teasdale, okay, so the bottom 6 I'm not too worried about. But as far as players that we have, it's Kotkaniemi, Hall, Caulfield, Domi, Poehling, Gallagher, Suzuki, Foligno, Lowry, Teasdale, Yolen, and McCarron. Or Fonstad. I'm not worried about that. I am totally fine with our forward core. I don't think it needs any upgrades. But to potentially move Domi, who's not exactly the best scheme fit. I mean, he fits on the first line, but not perfectly. I don't know if I want to move him. He's an 86. He's making $8 million though. That's a lot. And Jesus, Cole Caulfield's deal is looking better and better by the minute here. So yeah, we got you know what? We'll look to pair Domi with one of those defensemen or one of those goaltenders we've got, and just see what other teams would offer us. Because I would love to find somebody who fits the first line. Maybe we do go after Patrick Kane and we just move Max Domi. Because Cole Caulfield's going to play on the right wing. I mean, or maybe we just say screw it and stay in-house and move Suzuki up to the first line. He's a perfect fit for that first line. The kid's 23, he's an 84 overall. He looks pretty good all around. He fits the scheme. It's one of those things. I want to prioritize overall, and we do have Kotkaniemi and Hall up there, so overall isn't too terrible. We'll also get rid of Brodin. And we would get Torrey Krug or John Carlson. Now, Torrey Krug's interesting, but I don't want another defenseman. John Carlson's also interesting, but I would rather get a forward out of this deal. But we know Boston is interested, at least in both players. Yes, they are. They're listed as a rebuilder. So would David Pastrnak be available? Would you guys? He would fit on forward line 1, and Torrey Krug, I mean, they both have the same trade value. How ridiculous would this be to get, oh wow, Pastrnak is on an expiring deal. I think it would be sick if we got him. We'd have to adjust maybe a little bit, but man, Pastrnak with Hall and Kotkaniemi on that first line would be absolutely legendary. That would be insane. I'm gonna try it. Domi and Brodin for Pastrnak. This isn't even one that, I would question at all. I mean, he fits our first line. We're gonna go for it. Trade rejected. The value isn't where it needs to be at all compared to what we're being asked to give up. Okay, so obviously Pastrnak is not on the trade block, so we'd have to give them something else. Not a draft pick, but a rookie goalie maybe. They do want Para as well. I think we just drafted Para, but I mean, I would do that for Pastrnak. Question is, though, I mean, this isn't going to go through. I don't think this is going to go through, but what is Pasternak's contract going to look like next season? But hey, we get Domi's $8 million off the books for next season, too. Trade rejected is woefully insufficient, so we're still not really all that close on a guy like David Pastrnak. All skaters, they don't really have much else. I mean, they got Charlie McAvoy, but really they are at the end of their rope here. I mean, Marchand's still doing well. He's 35, though. It's not going to be much longer that Boston's going to be doing well. Anybody want both? Okay, so the Dallas Stars do want both of these guys. I don't think Tyler Seguin is going to be gettable. He doesn't even fit on our scheme. We'll go with trade value here. No, we're not going to get any of those guys. The Edmonton Oilers... Leon Draisaitl, Nugent Hopkins, Kyler Yamamoto would be an interesting get. He's got 3 years left at 9.7. If he fits our first line, then he's a go. Doesn't look like any of these guys really fit. We haven't scouted this division pretty much at all. I would love to get Kyler Yamamoto, especially because he looks like a perfect fit for that first line. Eli Tolvanen, probably not going to get him. Fits our second line, third pairing. I know these aren't perfect scouting reports, but they're at least something to go off of. The Devils, what do the Devils want to have that we could maybe get? Maybe this Raymond kid? He's so young. He doesn't look like he really fits. Maybe I just see what people would give me for Domi? Maybe, and then just sign Patrick Kane for a season, another go all-in kind of mentality. But then again, I don't want to, you know what, we might just keep him. We'll see how the lines look, see how the chemistry looks. I'm making a big deal out of this chemistry, but it is a big deal. It does make a difference. If you guys haven't seen Johnny Superman's video about NHL 20 scheme, then definitely check it out because it makes such an amazing difference. You just got to maximize a couple guys on the top line. We also got to sign a backup goalie. I don't want to forget. I've done that in the past, and I don't want to do it in this one. Mackenzie Blackwood is available. I don't know if I want to do that. Stuart Skinner, he's listed as a backup, medium starter potential. I mean, it would be a waste for me to sign him, but Tristan Jarry wants 2 years at $750,000. Sign me up for that contract. Why would Georgiev down here too? How is Georgiev doing? Wow. Is he in the AHL or in the... Holy crap! This dude absolutely killed it in his 26 games with the Rangers, and he was on a terrible team. I think I gotta go Georgiev there. Let's double check Jari and see how his stats were. His stats weren't nearly as good on Pittsburgh. We're gonna go Georgiev. Georgiev is apparently just a sick backup. We'll sign him for 2 years at 1 million. 2 years, 1 million for a backup. I'm not gonna be upset with that at all. And that would leave us with what, like 6 million available in cap space, and we can maybe play around with it. But I don't know if I want to sign anybody else. We are looking like Patrick Kane is unobtainable. What does he want? Yeah, 9 million. Kyle Connor's more likely to be attainable, but he's a third-line fit. Jonathan Toews a fourth-line fit. If any of you hate Jonathan Toews, you'll probably want me to sign him and put him on our fourth line. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and just keep advancing and see if we can get... that done. Vincent Trocheck for Koskinen, our first and a second. Ooh, that's true. Koskinen hasn't done... Or is Koskinen growing? No, Juha Koskinen is kind of growing. He's 20 at 68. Vincent Trocheck is a good second-line center. He would fit there fine. So we know this deal is waiting in the wings if we do get rid of Domi and need to move, make a move for somebody. 2/3. Batrol, if you're still the GM, what are you doing? Georgiev accepted our contract. That's beautiful. Love to see it. Trade alert. Clefbaum in a fourth to Ottawa for Tierney in a second. Interesting. So apparently Ottawa needs to load up on defenders. Colin Miller goes to Vancouver for a first and a prospect. Interesting. Colin Miller's worth a first? Huh. Josh Hosang goes to LA for 2 seconds and Johnny Quick. Oh man, that guy's on the downswing if I've ever seen a downswing. I don't need defenders. Thank you very much, Pittsburgh. They just signed Claude Giroux, and now they want to give him to me. Cool. 6 point whatever million for a second line Claude Giroux at 35. Not worth it for me. Not worth 2 firsts. Wow, there's actually some pretty interesting trades. Bailey in a sixth for 2 firsts and Carey Price. 81 overall Carey Price goes from New Jersey to the Islanders. And safe to say, boys, we still got the better of those deals. Why not just offer me a 7th for Hawk? I might have taken it, but now I won't. Oh, Nikolai Ehlers for Koskinen, 2 seconds, and Hawk. If Nikolai Ehlers fits our top 6, I would love it. Nikolai Ehlers fits our second line. The problem being, we already have Domi on the second line, Caulfield on the second line. Who else do we have on that second line? We definitely have one more player on the second line. Forwards. Is it Gallagher? Gallagher's a third-line fit, though, right? Yeah, Gallagher's a really good third-line fit. Maybe we do need a second-liner. Because we got Paling, who I kind of want to play on the third line because he's such a good fit for the third line. Which leaves us with Kotkaniemi, Hall, Suzuki, who I will put up there. Caulfield, Domi, somebody. Ooh, yeah, maybe we do need somebody to play on that second line. That'd be a really good pickup, I think. Nick Foligno's on the third line. Yeah, so we're gonna have a third line of Gallagher, Foligno, Paling, a first line of Hall, Kotkaniemi, and Suzuki, and then we've got Domi, Caulfield, and now we're gonna go out and acquire Nikolai Ehlers. I think Juha Koskinen, you know what, he's not gonna be anything for us. They want to get rid of Nikolai Ehlers, too. He's an 83. He's way better than an 83, though, as those stats can tell you. He's just upset right now. His morale is unhappy, and they want to get rid of him, so I don't think I can say no to this deal. I'm going to take it. Let's go for it. Nikolai Ehlers, welcome. Nikolai Ehlers is now a Montreal Canadian, making moves here, boys. All right. Morale's going up because we're making trades for quality players. And hopefully we get some growth in some players that fit the scheme here. Edler, again, I don't need defensemen. Trade alert, Nyshuskin goes to Buffalo and a 5th for 2 prospects. Wow, Buffalo, I don't know if those were highly rated prospects, but Nyshuskin and a 5th, that seems like Buffalo got the better end of that deal, at least right away. Andreas Athanasiou for, 2 firsts. I'm not going to give up. I'm not in the business of giving up double first-round picks when I have medium elite goalies just sitting back there. So yeah, once we get to the start of the regular season, I will catch you guys back up. So here we are, guys, and now we can see who fits. Nikolai Ehlers fits so well. Suzuki on that first line makes it a +1. Cole Caulfield with Domi. Oh, there we go, a +3. Love to see it. There we go. Domi's not exactly a fit, but Paling, Gallagher, Foligno, what kind of fit? Foligno's more of a fourth line fit anyway. Who's the best third line fit down here? Would be Joel Teasdale. All right, and then Yolinen with Lowry and Foligno. I like that a lot. I just don't know why the first line. I think it's these guys aren't great fits for the first line. Who are a good fit for the first line? Domi seems to be a good fit. Teasdale, Paling. All right, so it seems like maybe Domi's the best fit for that first line compared to like Kotkaniemi and Hall. Yeah, I think I would do... Yeah, no, that's not going to make a difference. But we got a +3 here on the second line with Suzuki, Kotkaniemi, and Hall. I would love one of these guys to be, you know, better. Oh, wow, if we move Yolinen up, Yolinen, Paling, and Gallagher is a +1. And this is a +1 down here as well. That's actually a decent fourth line. Look at that. So second line here is sick with Ehlers, Domi, and Caulfield. Now defensive pairings, Risto and Klingberg. But we brought in Bean to be that first pairing guy. Don't like the look of that. But there we go. We like the look of that. Maximizing Klingberg. Bean and Risto can still kill it together. And then Mete and Juleson. So we got a righty here. Would we... Ooh. No, I think at some point overall does rule out. I would rather have Risto at an 87 and Bean at an 85 than Bean at an 87 and Juleson at an 84. So, yeah, defensive pairings. Muzzin's still going to play on that first line. I wonder if he's down because of... See, he's an offensive defenseman. I was hoping that Jake Bean fits perfectly there. He's a perfect fit for the first pairing as well. I don't know... unless it's the fact that they're both offensive defensemen and that only one guy can be up there. I don't know about that, but Jake Muzzin seems to be a perfect... maybe I needed a two-way guy and not an offensive defenseman. He may fit, but he's not a two-way guy like Jake Muzzin. If Jake Muzzin, it was a two-way guy that fit the first pairing, that would have been sick. But I still think we got a great defensive core. And then in goal, we still have Braden Holtby and now Alexander Georgiev. So very happy with both of... I'm just very happy with how the offseason went. Scratch, we've got McCarron and Pilot. McCarron would fit the third line pretty well. Don't really... Lawrence Pilot. How would you feel about playing first pairing minutes? We'll sub out Jake Muzzin just real quick. And Pilot, yes. It's still only a +3. Interesting. I wonder why, unless this has to be a defensive defenseman or something. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't really understand. But listen, I'll take 85 Muzzin, 93 Klingberg, and then 85 Bean, 87 Risto, with 84 Mete, 84 Juleson. So we got a lot of guys. Wow, Risto does not fit the scheme at all. I mean, I know we just went out and acquired him. But it's one of those things, do we maybe want to move on for him just from chemistry's sake? I think I'm going to keep him because still 86 overall and had a great season. First line, though. I don't know what to do about the first line because our top two players don't exactly fit our first line. I guess we just leave it because they both had good seasons, right? Like 83 points, 72, 77, right? And then Jesperi Kotkaniemi came off of a career high at 88, and now we've got Suzuki up there with the +1. And then the +3 back here. The +3 on the second line is going to really help Cole Caulfield just destroy. I think Cole Caulfield will destroy on that second line. And yeah, I mean, Paling is not a first line fit, but he's a great third line fit. He's an 85. He's still a third line scorer. Cole Caulfield's a first liner, and we'll try to give him as much first line ice time. Suzuki's such a perfect fit. It's crazy. Would Cole Caulfield fit better than Kotkaniemi? How can I maximize that first line? I don't know. But, he's actually better at faceoffs too, so we will make him the center. Wait, wasn't it Teasdale who's a great first line fit? Teasdale, okay, he's a good first line fit, but would he bump that up at all? No. Apparently, we just need, what do we have here? We got a sniper, playmaker. So, I would... maybe Domi up there. It doesn't help anybody. So the second line with 89, 89, and 91, with our first line being a 90, 185, 93. That's a top 6. Guys, this team is ridiculous. If we could just get some players on the first line that fit, or a coach that fits, but we've already invested so much into making the scheme fit work so well here. I don't know. Maybe I'll play around with it off camera. I'm not going to do anything off camera, don't worry, but just at least looking at it. And then we do need one more AHL guy down here to replace Nico Norina, and then this guy, Harold Neal, needs to go. So, and in goal, we've got these guys. But that is all the time I have for this one, guys. Thank you for sticking through it, even though my voice changed like 4 different times. Really appreciate you guys being here. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.